All right, we're here at the Convention of States Simulation in Virginia with Representative Phil King from the great state of Texas. Phil, you worked on this hard last session. Got another session coming up. How much will this simulation help you in terms of passing the legislation in Texas?
Oh, great deal. I think, this meeting was really about process much more than content. We've worked through some draft amendments, but the real reason to be here is to see how this would work, what kind of rules would we need to operate under, how do we take this back, for me, to Texas and say, look, we've done a simulation. We've got a good feel for how this would work. We understand what the founders intended, and that it is something that's doable. And a really neat thing for me here has been there are some really bright people here from almost every state. We have worked together well. People came of one mind. We've had a lot of strong disagreements. We've worked through those. I am absolutely convinced that if the states will call a convention of the states, that we can come up with positive amendments that'll really help get the country back on track. I know we can do it. I think these few days here in Virginia prove that.
This is actually the chairman of the committee that considers this in the Texas House, and also you've served as president of ALEC, so you're dealing with these legislators from all over the country. Do you see momentum for this type of opportunity for the people in the states to put the federal government back into their proper box?
Yeah, and let me tell you, the Convention of States is a very tough issue. It's never been done before, Article 5. I came to this very slowly. I had the same questions that people have all the time. Are you going to have a runaway convention? Is it even doable? Is it something that was really even intended by the Founding Fathers? Is that really what they meant? And I'm absolutely convinced that with our runaway federal government that we have lost control of. The tail has begun to wag the dog. The states created the federal government, not the other way around. That Congress is not in a position, the rules, the way they operate, they are not going to fix things, to do things the way they need to be done. And the states have to take control back. This Article 5 was put there just for that purpose, that if the federal government became oppressive, if it became runaway, if they began to borrow $4 to $6 billion every day and do other things, that the states could rise back up and say, whoa, let's put some guardrails back around this. It's all about rebalancing state and federal power. And I'm convinced that this will work. Again, I came to this slowly.
Yeah.
It's a tough intellectual, political decision, but I think the more and more people in Texas study it, the more they're going to come on board. I think we're going to pass it in the next legislature next year, and I hope a lot of other states will too, and eventually get us back here to do the real thing.
The momentum is growing. The action on the floor is still happening. Right now, you can watch the simulated convention live at conventionofstates.com. Thank you, sir.
Great.
Appreciate it, man.
Good.
All right.